Looks like money can buy you everything, even dark side and anxiety twins absent from the chamber match itself, to be replaced with the finance's newest buddy Dream Crusher, who crushed Joylene and Love's dream of winning the Elimination Chamber match. To the point where finance won the whole thing. So
Seriously? Women like that win Elimination Chamber? I would have loved Joylene Hobzel. Even the Anxiety Twins, one of them to win. Anyone but that stupid friggin' finance to win the Elimination Chamber. And now her and Dream Crusher have all the power over the women's division. This is, just does not make sense to me. My name is Hobbsy, and welcome to the Happiness Fighters Army, where we're all about fighting for happiness, our dreams, our successes, our health against the home version of our own darkness, be mental, physical, life situations, or the big bad world right now. Well, that's Elimination 2025 done, and what a roller coaster of PLE it was. We had returns, we had shocks, we had some great matches. Now, before I get on with the review of WWE Elimination Chamber 2025, I want to say that Dream Crusher and Finance are at the top of the women's division with holding all the power now that Dream Crusher won the Royal Rumble and Finance today at Elimination Chamber won the Chamber. They have a big decision to make. Will they go after the Ultimate Dream Champion Becky Lynch, or will they go after the Happiness Champion of Karma? Let me know in the comments which one they're going to go after. But let's just say the WrestleMania 41 storyline is going to be very interesting, especially the ending. So keep an eye out on that on my socials and here on YouTube. Now let's get on with the review of WWE Elimination Chamber 2025. Now, I didn't take many notes for this because I was just watching the great PLE itself. So, yeah, this might be a quick video. And I'm just going to go through what happened and where I think it's going to go in the future. So, with that, let's start with the first match, shall we? Now, the first match was the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And oh my god, this was epic from the beginning. Now, my theory of Becky Lynch returning Elimination Chamber and taking Liv out did not come true in this, but it makes sense now with what happened in it. So, you started with Liv and Naomi in the ring, the rest of the women were in the pods, and then all of a sudden, we hear the Storm's music. Jade Cargill returned, and she looked pissed off. Fairly so. Oh my god. I was just like, oh my god, Jade Cargill's back. Who attacked her? Who attacked her? So it looks like she's going straight for Liv, but she attacks Naomi and takes her out of the match. Because she attacks her and then she puts her in the doorway of the cage and slams the cage door on it. Like rams it. Like that. I was like, oh my god, this girl is pissed off and out for vengeance and blood. And I still think that Naomi didn't do it herself. I think she acted with Bianca, because you think about Bianca was in the ring. Why would Naomi attack Jade by herself? I think they worked together to take her out because Bianca didn't like Jade's attitude and Naomi wanted to be her partner. That's my theories on that. And Jade attacking Naomi is like the first step in this story. So I can't wait to find out the rest of this storyline next week. And yeah, so like I said, Naomi was taken out because of disqualification, medical reasons. So they just went into the next person getting exited from the pod, which was Bianca Belair. And while Naomi was getting attacked, Bianca looked very distressed, like hysterical. So that also explains my theory that I explained before as well. So we had that. Then we had Roxanne come out of her pod, and then Bayley exited her pod, and went straight for Roxanne. I feel like they're going to continue this rivalry now between Bayley and Roxanne. Maybe a roadblock, these two. So, yeah. Then we had Alexa Bliss exit her pod last. At one point, Bianca and Liv were on top of a pod, and then Bianca whipped Liv with her hair, and Liv just fell down. I was like, you could see later on in the match that how hard Liv got whipped by that hair braid. Oh, that was just epic. And then the first elimination was Roxanne being eliminated by Alexa Bliss. Then we had Alexa Bliss eliminated by Liv, which could set up Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on Liv and Raquel at WrestleMania now, especially if Alexa Bliss is going to join the White Six. I would be down for this. Then at one point, Liv uses the hair braid on Bianca as a cord, like a bungee cord, and goes like that with Bianca. We had a code breaker from Liv, a spear by Bianca at one point, and in the end, Bianca gets the win and wins the chamber. So now it's going to be Bianca, the EST, at WrestleMania versus either Io Sky or fellow Happiness Fighter Army member Mummy Rhea Ripley. Now, I would love to see this happen. Say on Monday Night Raw this week, Io and Rhea's match gets interrupted or disqualified, or something happens to make it not finish in some sort of way. And then Adam Pearce is like, well, if you girls want to go at it, why don't we just make it a triple threat at WrestleMania? So we have Rhea versus Io versus Bianca in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. I would love to see that. That would be epic. And then this would also play into Bianca and Jade's storyline as well, because you could have Jade cost Bianca the title match at WrestleMania and then set up a Backlash, Jade versus Bianca in some sort of match. So, yeah. All the women in this match deserve their flowers. They killed it. I would say the MPV of this women's match, I was going to say Alexa Bliss before watching this. Now I would say it was Liv Morgan. She killed it in there. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on the Elimination Chamber women's match. Then we moved on to the Trish and Tiffany versus Nia and Candice match, which in my eyes was only on the card because of two reasons. One, they needed to finish the Nia and Tiffany storyline, and two, Trish is from Canada. It was in Canada. I'm just not going to say any more. But this match was basically could have been a SmackDown match or a match on the Countdown show in my eyes. But in the end, Trish and Tiffany got the win. And yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Now, where do I see this going? Well, we know Tiffany's going to face Charlotte. But Trish, you could set something up for WrestleMania. Something epic. Say Nia and Candice are not done with Trish. Something like that. And we need a partner for her. Why don't we get our bestie, hey? Lita. Have Lita and Trish versus Nia and Candice at WrestleMania. I would be down for that because they're both in their 25-year anniversary this year. If not that, have them face each other. Because you could have that whole storyline where Trish was like, thank you, Trish, and attacked Lita before she took on Becky Lynch in her rivalry. You could have her finally get the revenge for that. Like, you could have Lita get the revenge on Trish for that. It would be epic. If not Lita, I reckon Zoe Stark. Set something up there as well for WrestleMania. That's if Trish wants to be at WrestleMania this year. So now, the match of the night, in my eyes, has to be Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens in an unsanctioned match. This match lived up to the hype and more. I love this so much that I took not many notes. I didn't take notes of like where weapons were used. And the only way to win this match was pinfall or submission or pass out, basically, to the point you can't like tap out sort of thing. We started off with an epic stare down. That was awesome between these two. Now, the weapons that were used in this match, the list was chairs, a hockey stick, made sense, Canada, hockey. We had some tables. We had the ring bell at one point, a monitor from the announce table. We had the crowd ribbon and it went out into the crowd. We had some drink tables out in the crowd used. We had Sami go through a double-decker table stack. We had some brain blasters, halloumi kicks. We had a point where the ref actually got knocked out by accident by Sami. And then the ref that cost Kevin the match at Saturday Night Main Event came out and did the 1-2, and then Sami kicked out. So I like that. And then he attacked that ref. So another ref had to come out. We had an inverted fisherman hook by Sami. We had the officials twice try to call this match off and say to Kevin, that's enough. We're calling this off. Did not work. My favourite bit of the whole match has to be the barbed wire chair. There was a steel chair wrapped in barbed wire. Because there was this moment where Sami's like looking under the ring and he's looking at, and then he goes to grab it. And I thought, okay, we're going to get a sledgehammer again. But no, it was this barbed wire chair. I loved it. He used it on Kevin. And at one point we had Sami's neck in between just a normal steel chair, and it bounced off the ring poles twice. And in the end, Kevin got the win. But these two men took it to the limit. There were so many times where I thought, okay, Sami's got it, Kevin's got it. Nope. And then after the match, the EMTs got in, checked on Sami because he was like out of it. And Kevin got showed off by security to make sure they could check on Sami, make sure he's okay. But Kevin was like, nope, I'm going to go back for it. So he went through all the security and he ripped up the flooring, like the padded flooring, and you could just see bare cement. And he was about to do that bear move on Sami onto the concrete floor. And then whose music you hear? The Viper himself, Randy Orton. Now, I thought maybe this was a trick by Kevin to get us fans like, oh my God, Randy's coming back. But no, the Viper made his return at Elimination Chamber. And oh my God, I've missed this dude so much. And just the perfect timing after the match. I thought this might happen in the match, but after the match, I'll take it. And just the way he came out, and I just missed the Viper so much. And then Randy and Kevin duked it out. We had an RKO, and it got to the point where the security had to hold Randy back. And Randy's like, no, and then he did some RKOs to the security because he was all riled up like a Viper. You gotta let the energy out. Made sense. And then just did his like pose on the ring. And I am saying it, these two, Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell. Just that would be epic match for WrestleMania. But these two are definitely going to go at it at WrestleMania 41, and I cannot wait. And to Randy Orton, the Viper, welcome back. Now we move on to the men's elimination chamber match. Now, the winner of this match has an impact on ending the show, so I will just go continually in because it just continued into the next segment. So, first off, we had Logan Paul come out with a US flag to assault Canada, which rubs salt in the wound for a little bit for me. I just don't like that thing, but you do you, I say. We started with Drew and Seth in the ring. Makes sense. WrestleMania rematch. These two really hate each other. And I want to say before I get into this, I'm rooting for honorary Happiness Fighter Army member Seth Rollins in this match. We had Priest exit his pod first, then Logan Paul, then Cena, then stupid Punk at the end. But between Punk and Cena, Drew got eliminated by Priest. Then Drew took it out on Priest. And then because of that, Logan Paul did a frog splash off the top of CM Punk's pod and got the pin, which eliminating Priest. Then we had CM Punk as his pod go after Logan Paul. Seth and Cena had a moment where they're like fighting each other, and I was like, don't fight each other, go after freaking Punk. But I get it. You gotta build a great story in this chamber. Logan Paul was eliminated by Punk. Then it was just Seth, Cena, and Punk. And this was epic. So this went on for a while. And then eventually CM Punk stupidly eliminated Seth Rollins, which to Seth, my honorary Happiness Fight Army member, it's okay to lose. You're going to get your revenge at WrestleMania against Punk. I know it. And also, you got a little bit of revenge tonight because as you were exiting, you got the last word and stomped Punk on that grate. And I love that for us. Us Happiness Fighter Army members, we deserve to get the last laugh sometimes. And because of this, Cena took advantage of it, and Punk actually just passed out. And that's how Cena won the Elimination Chamber. And I love this. I love the moment where Seth was like, die to Punk. I love that. That was just me. I was like, die, Punk, die. So, yeah. So, as an OG Cena girl, I love this for Cena. If I can't have Seth, honorary Happiness Fight Army member, win this chamber match, I will have Cena. Now, speaking about Cena, I will always love Cena. No matter heel, babyface, I will always be an OG Cena girl. But I am glad that I actually missed out on his heel stage because that's when I gave up wrestling. Because what happened with Cena after the chamber match? Let's just say Cena ain't a babyface much longer. I get this whole Cena turning heel being desperate. I get it. I just don't like it. I respect it. I just don't like it. But I will, if Cena wins at WrestleMania, I'll give him his flowers. Now, what happened was, John was in the ring, then Cody comes out, gets in the ring, and they shake each other hand, like, respect, congratulations, winning Elimination Chamber, such and such thing. Then Travis Scott comes out with the final boss and fellow Happiness Fight Army member, The Rock. Now we're going to get the answer to The Rock's question. Will you be my champion? Will you sell my soul? Basically, if he said yes, the dream lives on, nothing goes wrong, everything's hunky-dory. But if he said no, the dream dies here tonight. And this is what Cody said in a nutshell, not word for word, but the gist of the whole thing. I want it all, Rock. My soul no longer belongs to, and then He said, you, because it belongs to the ring and these fans. So us fans, basically. He sold us all. He sold his soul to us fans. So, and then he said the last words that came out of Cody's mouth, I love. He said, go fuck yourself. I love this. It's like a big screw you moment. And I thought Cody was going to go this way. But a little bit of me was doubting it. So I am loving this for Cody. And then Travis Scott grabs us some sage and sages himself, which I would do the same thing if I had negative energy like that around me. Cena goes to hug Cody, but before that, The Rock went like this. And then Cena does a low blow to Cody, attacks him with the Rock's watch that he gave to Cody, the mic, and the belt that Cody holds. Cody gets busted open. At one point, Cena, The Rock, Travis are choking Cody with his tie. Travis Scott gets involved. Then John Cena and Travis are both holding down Cody. The Rock whips out that belt that he had on Friday and starts whipping Cody with it. Then he wipes some of Cody's blood on it and whips him again, and then they exit the ring, and that's where it ends. And now that I've had some time to think about it, it's a great story because it's like Hollywood wrestlers, social media take on actual wrestlers. So I'm looking forward to this. I just, as an OG Cena girl that didn't watch Cena during his heel run, I just don't like that. But I respect it, and WrestleMania is looking pretty good. Now, what do I think is going to happen here? Well, I think Cody's going to have to get some help. Someone that can feud with John Cena. Someone that's not Seth Rollins, because I think he's going to face CM Punk. But someone that really just doesn't like what John and The Rock, the final boss, are doing, and wants to have Cody's back. You could get Dusty Rhodes come back. Someone like that. Someone that's feuded with Cena before. I just don't know who. My brain isn't processing properly at the moment. I'm still in shock from all this. So, yeah. Now, I would give Elimination Chamber, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 smiley faces. It was great. It was just a little things like their ending and the Trish match just didn't vibe well with me. But that's my opinion. Now, without I'm ending the video here, I hope you are having a really good, joyful day. If not, I'm sending you joyful, wonderful hugs your way.